welcome. Yes.
By the way, this is just an ill-prepared vlog. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. This is Kentani's Diaries and I'm Ken. I was gonna quit YouTube, but I have a reason to be back. So basically, this is just a story time of how I relocated to Cape Town. I don't really know where to start with this whole relocation thing, but I feel like I just need to give a little bit of a testimony. I've been unemployed for like over 6 months, I think, and I was feeling a bit weary when I participated in the Hallelujah Challenge in October. I wasn't really fully participating as I was in February, but I tried my level best, to show up. I was hoping and praying to God that, he should hear me out. Not that I was comparing myself to the lives of other people, but I kept on saying, God, when are you going to show up for me the way that you have shown up for others? Not that I'm disregarding the times that he actually did show up, but now it's time for a change of scenery. It's time for me to move from this stagnant lifestyle that I'm living. Because it was depressing waking up every morning, not having anything to do, not looking forward to anything, feeling exhausted, feeling like you're useless. But anyway, I remember when we were praying, I think it was Dress and Act Like a Miracle, and Pastor Nathaniel said that some people are receiving their offer letters right now, and I was hoping and praying to God that may mine also come through. I even declared it in my journal that before this year ends, I'm going to end it on a high note, the same way that I started the year on a high note. And I was declaring that I'm going to be employed. I'm going to be employed. I'm going to be employed. I don't know how God's going to do it. I don't know when God's going to do it, but he's going to do it. And he did it. So this is how it happened. On Friday, I forgot the date, maybe 2 weeks back from now, I went to go install a maroon wig. Upon the completion of installing that wig, I then went to the bathroom. After coming out of the bathroom, I was checking my emails. I'm like, I first see a congratulations, and then the subject line was offer letter, and I'm like, God, no. I realized that it was for a position at Robben Island Museum under ticket sales. So I was like, how did this happen? Because I thought I was unsuccessful, because also I felt it during my interview that I don't really think I did my best here, and I feel like everybody knows sometimes when they didn't do their best in an interview, you just know that nah, they're not going to call you back, And I really genuinely think and feel and know it in my spirit that God changed things around in a blink of an eye, like overnight. And the reason I say he changed things overnight is because I was unsuccessful. The reason I'm saying I was unsuccessful is because the people that actually joined the company in November joined earlier than me. I think they joined 2 or 3 weeks before me. I joined the company 3 weeks later, which was a shock to me because everyone was like, why did you come late? Because we were all supposed to start together. I'm like, I don't know, babes. I think it's God. Somehow they called me back and they asked me if I'm still available for this position. Like, everything changed in a blink of an eye. I don't want to lie. So another thing is that I was supposed to go home and visit, and I had bought tickets for myself and my daughter, which costed me about 1,300 Rand. I received another interview for like a waitress position at the Protea Hotel in Pretoria, and I then had to cancel and tell them that okay, I'm not going to be able to come home anymore because I've got an interview with these people and I feel like my career comes first. So let me just do this interview, see if I'm successful, then I'll come visit. So I canceled the flight and I was refunded a voucher for that flight, right? Which worked in my favor. Now I'm going to tell you why it worked in my favor. Eventually, I went to that interview. They loved me. They even asked me if I do law because I sound like somebody who does law. And I was like, no, I'm a girl in tourism, you know. If you want me in tourism, aviation, I'm your girl. They then told me that it's a process, you know, they're gonna let me know if I'm successful. But I knew deep down that I was successful because they loved me. After I received the offer letter for the Robben Island Museum, I was broke, dead broke. And I received this offer letter on a Friday. They needed me to report to work on Monday. Mind you, I stay in Pretoria. I don't know anyone who's gonna accommodate me in Cape Town. I don't know how I'm gonna make it to Cape Town in such a short space of time. And I'm just like, if this is for me, God will make a way. Funny enough, that same Monday they call me and they're like, why haven't you reported to our offices? I'm like, I thought I'm supposed to respond within 5 working days. How is it that you send me an offer letter on a Friday and you already want me there on Monday? And they're like, so are you not interested? I'm like, I am. Please don't take this opportunity away from me. Like, the money that I'm earning in this position is 5 times more than the one that I was gonna earn at Protea Hotel, because I also received an offer letter at Protea Hotel a few days after I started working for Robben Island. Look at God. I mean, when he opens one door, he opens many others, you know. So I was like, even if I turned down the Robben Island post, I would have still had another job in Pretoria. But I chose this one because it's a change of scenery for me, and it's also tourism focused, and I have been praying that God blesses me with a job that is tourism focused, because my experience is based around hospitality. You know, I don't really have tourism specific experience. I mean, what more could I ask for? So I had to take a flight that very same morning. That lady was like, okay, I'm gonna give you until 3 p.m. to get here today so that we can sign your paperwork and finish everything, then you can start tomorrow. I was like, okay, cool. I did not even tell her that I'm in Pretoria. I lied and I was like, no, I'm 2 hours away from the waterfront. The waterfront is where I actually work. And she's like, okay, if you can still make it today, please be here by 3 p.m. And I'm like, I had to pack my clothes. Like, I had to pack everything in a hurry. I had to book a flight ticket. That very same morning, I had to be in Cape Town. Mind you, I'm in Pretoria. It was around 9 a.m. in the morning. Guess what? Remember when I said I didn't go home and they refunded me a voucher? I was like, I'm gonna use that voucher now to travel to Cape Town. I think I only paid 3 rand for the flight, for other extra costs, because I used the voucher to redeem my ticket. So I was like, thank God I didn't go home, actually, because now this is working in my favor, because I'm dead broke. I texted a friend of mine that I actually met on TikTok. Someone so amazing, someone so lovely that I knew stayed in Cape Town, and I had never met her in my life. We actually first met now that I actually came to Cape Town. I was like, my friend, this is what's happening. Remember I told you that I got an offer in Cape Town. I know nobody there. I don't know how to commute from point A to Z. I need your help. And she was like, you can come through. I'm here, you know. Fine. I took the first flight. I left. I think I arrived in Cape Town around 2:30. Around the time there's a lot of traffic, right, in Cape Town. So I got here and I requested an Uber so that my luggage can go to my friend's place, and then I'll make my way to the waterfront where I need to go sign my contract and everything. So the driver was so kind to say he can drop me off at the waterfront, then take my luggage. I was like, thank you so much, because initially I want to get to the waterfront now, then you can actually take my luggage to my friend's place. And then, yeah, that's how it happened. I got there and I was like, I apologize for being so late. There's a lot going on. And they were asking me, what is it that was going on with you? I'm like, if I were to tell you, you wouldn't believe me. I did not even want to tell them that I actually lied to you guys. I was still in Pretoria. I just wanted to see if I was actually going to get the offer, you know. I still couldn't believe my eyes, you know, when I read that offer letter. I read that offer letter over and over and over, and I couldn't believe it. I wanted to cry so bad. Some lady was even asking me if I'm okay. I'm like, I'm happy. I'm actually happy. These are tears of joy. These are not tears of sorrow. And she was like, yeah, you should thank God, you know, and also make sure that you don't mix yourself with the wrong crowd, especially in a place that you're not familiar with. And I'm like, definitely, because also I'm someone that grew up in Pretoria, so I understand the fast-paced lifestyle that we live in Pretoria. So it's nothing new to me when I'm in Cape Town. I get to those offices and I'm met by Miss Azania. Miss Azania is one of the ladies that conducted my interview. Miss Azania keeps on saying to me, you look so beautiful and all of that. I'm like, thank you. And then she's like, ube right ke sisi, you know, when I left. I'm like, thank you, I'll be okay. She sounded concerned about me. She sounded like she cared about me. But this was the first time actually meeting me. Upon the second day of meeting Miss Azania, she said to me she would like to tell me something. And I was like, okay. And she's like, please don't forget your dream. Fulfill it for yourself and for your parents. That made me so emotional. Now that I'm repeating her words, it's making me feel so emotional, because I was like, I feel like I met an angel. Why was she telling me that information? Why? Like, what did she see in me that made her say something like that to somebody she's never met, she doesn't know anything about? And I was like, Miss Azania, why are you telling me this? And she's like, don't worry, just do as I say and you'll be fine. Okay. Anyone that knows me knows that my parents are both deceased, and yeah, I've been pushing life so hard, guys. I've been trying to push life so hard without my parents, and God has really pulled me out of the most darkest places that I've been in my life. I'm trying so hard not to get emotional in this video. We were not supposed to get emotional. It's Kokumoya. But again, I was like, I really met an angel. I think she saw something in me, or God was telling her something about me. Because they were so lenient with me, they were so kind to me, you know. They didn't even say, why were you late? You know, like, they were so gentle with me, you know. And I always say this, that every time that God blesses me with a new job, he gives me something better than what I had before. Like, he never ceases to amaze me. And it's always, the working environment is better, the income is better, my colleagues are better, the work itself is better. Like, he always gives me something better. God never downgrades me when he blesses me. He always gives me, like, God is amazing. God exists. One thing I can say, God exists. God is amazing. God is wonderful. God listens. God is always on time. Yo, God can change your life in a blink of an eye, just like that. And you won't believe it. You'll be so amazed. And you'll be in awe. I'm still in awe of how everything changed in a blink of an eye. So yeah, I relocated to Cape Town and I'm adjusting now to the environment. I'm still trying to find my way around Cape Town. I even went as far as finding someone else who can do finger waves, but he doesn't do it as perfect as the one who does it in Pretoria for me. But it's cool, you know. Abantu abafani, abantu abanasandla esifanayo. Cape Town has been a breath of fresh air for me. I'm still gonna vlog more. You guys are gonna see me on the Robben Island tour in this vlog as well. I'm just really happy with this relocation. It's what I needed, especially during the peak season, because the peak season for me is always quiet because everybody's going home. So I'm always just left alone, you know. More than anything, I'm very grateful to God. He's been such a faithful God. I know that God is faithful even during the quiet seasons in my life when I feel like God is not listening or hearing me out, you know, or working things in my favor. But with this opportunity, God did it overnight. I don't want to lie, because my life changed in a blink of an eye. I couldn't even prepare for anything. I wasn't prepared, but I managed to get here. But all I can say is that uThixo uyamamela, guys. uThixo uyayiva imithandazo yenu. uThixo unexesha lakhe lokwenza izinto because he knows when the time is right. Also, just try by all means to live a life that is pleasing in God's sight, and watch how your life changes in a blink of an eye. Like, there are morning declarations that I would always say and repeat day after day, as if I was someone who was living an amazing life, someone who was employed. There were so many declarations that I would say every morning, especially the one of, I do not lack any good thing in this life. I have everything that I need. Perfect. But anyway, guys, yes, this is my relocation story. I'm currently in Cape Town. I don't know when I'm going back to Pretoria, but I need to go back at some point because I need to see my daughter. I'm happy with where I'm at now in my life. I feel amazing. I feel like my prayers didn't go in vain. And yeah, all glory goes to God. Thank you for listening to my story time. Let's get right into the Robben Island tour. But if you are not subscribed to this channel, then what are you doing? Because if you're not watching me, then who are you watching? I just want to know. Anyway, guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so that you get notified next time I drop or post a video on this channel. Like the video before you watch the video. Yeah. So guys, my supervisor said I should go on the Robben Island tour. So I'm working today. I'm excited because I've never been on the island. This is gonna be my first time, and it just happened like very fast, like very quick. So I'm just gonna vlog and take you guys with me. And yeah.
Elijah, there's a light on. Elijah says, activate once you hit the water. Elijah, there's a whistle on.
I can tell the story of how I've overcome. Dark were the days I didn't know the sun. Numb to the thought of love.
Another fun fact is that you can actually go to Robben Island for free when it's your birthday. But this discount only applies when it's your birthday, like on the day. It doesn't apply for the whole month. So run.
Chose to run, but yeah, called me home, and so his will be done.
So now we're proceeding to the buses where they're gonna take us for the tour. Vlogging unexpectedly, guys, is a mess for me.
There is no greater love than this. No greater love. I find peace in knowing I'm here. Feeling far away.
Welcome. Yes.
To you. You know me by my name, but I chose the world instead of you. Had no clue why the days were so blue. Only if
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to vlog some parts of Robben Island. I think some parts of the maximum prison, I'm not really too certain, but we were informed that there are some parts that we cannot take videos of. We can only take pictures. So yeah, by the way, this is just an ill-prepared vlog, but yeah, I'm having a great day, but I'm very hungry and I can't get anything to eat because they only take cash and I don't have cash. I hardly carry cash with me, so it's unfortunate. I'm just gonna have to head back to the waterfront to get something for myself.
recognize you're not a man that you should lie with
A bit of history, if we all still remember, before the new dispensation, there were negotiations between the liberation movement and the then apartheid government. Are you already from the Bluestone Quarry and so forth? You from there? Yes. The decoration of this prison is the Bluestone Quarry. It was mined over there to decorate this prison, this hellhole. Okay?
In the same cave, there were 2 buckets. Those bucket prisoners were supposed to use them as their toilet, as they were not allowed to go around the bushes whenever they want to use a toilet.
For tomorrow, within there's joy in sorrow. There is no greater love. I find peace in knowing
I'm exhausted, guys. I'm hungry, I'm tired. I just want to go back to Shane. Just hoping that we're going to wrap up everything and then head back to This is the end of the tour and we're headed back to our bus, guys. I am exhausted.
walking all alone on this weary road. Heavy burdens on my shoulders with no one to bear a load. Thought I could do it by myself.
If you ask me, it's a solid 6 out of 10. I feel like this is perfect for somebody that enjoys hiking because you're gonna do a lot of walking in the sun. So you better gear up when you come to Robben Island. Have your sun hat, have your sunglasses, have a bottle of water, you know, to refresh yourself every now and then. Also make sure that you've eaten, unless you carry cash on the island, to get like something light, like a sandwich or a muffin and something. But yeah, the experience for me, yeah, solid 6 out of 10. Would I do it again? Not sure. I think what I loved about this was the boat ride, more than the history that I learned. But you know, it's a good place for people that enjoy history. I'm on my way back to the waterfront where I work. Right now, we're still loading more people on the boat. Thank you guys for coming along with me to Robben Island on such a very short notice. Even for myself, I was ill prepared for this vlog, but I tried my best.